We're checking out the Destruction Lock this time around. Just surfing along on the flying carpet here for right now. Let's go ahead and flip around and let's find some stuff to fight. While I'm doing that, we'll pull this up here. And let's see, what level are you? Let's go and kill some bulls. Alright. So, sorry, you dead. Alright, so that's one of the talents there that I picked out, so it basically buffs me to kill the thing. So, I've got Destruction here. It's a Master of Chaos who calls down fire to burn and demolish enemies. Alright, and its abilities, we've got Immolate here. Range attack that deals damage over time, has a chance to generate soul shards. And this, and oh, that killed him. Nice. This then, that's pretty powerful. I'm liking it. Alright, so sorry about that. And then Conflagrate. Wow, why can't I just not talk sometimes? It's a range attack with a short cooldown that generates a soul shard. It's an instant one. Chaos Bolt, strong range attack, consumes 2 soul shards, always deals a crit. Incinerate is a basic ranged attack. Just does some basic fire damage. Havoc, harmful spell that causes all single target spells you cast to also damage the victim. So I would put it on one enemy, and then if I target, say I decide to cast Immolate or something on it, so it puts a little, does some fire damage, puts a fire dot on them. Then, so I put Havoc on one enemy and then cast Immolate on another. Both of them get Immolate cast on them. So there is that, and I actually think, oh no, I didn't change it. And there's also Summon Imp, so summons an Imp Demon to follow you and assist you in combat, deals increased damage to targets affected by Immolate. But I chose something where having the Imp doesn't really work with one of the talents. So I've got, for level 15 here, we've got Backdraft. Casting Conflagrate reduces the cast time of Incinerate and Chaos Bolt by 30%. Yeah, there it is. Chaos Bolt there as well. Boom. Dead. Lots of damage. Really like that ability. So that's the one that I went with. There's also Roaring Blaze. So Conflagrate increases your remaining Immolate damage on the target by 60% until Immolate expires or is refreshed. So basically, the damage over time that I already have in place does more damage over time, until it runs out, or I put I cast it again on the target. And the Shadow Burn, 1 soul shard, and costs 1 soul shard, does some shadow damage, and if the target dies within 5 seconds of it being hit with this, you get 2 soul shards. Personally, I just like this one. Just my opinion. And then here we've got Reverse Entropy, reduces the cast time of Chaos Bolt and Rain of Fire by 0.5 seconds. And they restore 35% of your maximum mana. Not too shabby. Where's something I can cast this on? So Rain of Fire, it's no longer instant cast like it was before, but it does a lot more damage than it did before as well. If we can get this thing to come back over here. I'll just whack it. Nice. Alright. And Cataclysm is the one that I went with. So it deals a bunch of Shadow Flame damage to all enemies within 8 yards and afflicts them all with Immolate. And in tandem with another ability, which we'll touch on, it's the level 100 talent. And you saw me actually using it there, but I feel like it is really powerful combined together there. And there's also Mana Tap, consumes 25% of your current mana to grant 10% increased damage for 20 seconds. This one, I think I would have gone with Mortal Coil, but it was one of the ones that was already selected, and I couldn't really change it because I had to find it in. Didn't feel like going that far. So got this one. These are, I think, all the same, or at least the first two are. So Soul Leech absorption rates. That's the thing where basically damage I do creates a little bit of a like protection bubble on me. Um, Recharges, and then the Mortal Coil is the one where it makes an enemy flee in fear, and so they can't do anything for 3 seconds, and it heals me. And then Shadow Fury stuns all enemies within 8 yards for 4 seconds. So actually, I think that is the same. Now think about it. And this is gonna one-shot him. Nope, not quite. And then we've got Eradication. So Chaos Bolt increases the damage you deal to the target by 12% for 6 seconds. I could see that maybe being useful like in boss fights. As is, I kind of like this one. So Incinerate now hits all enemies near your target, so it's basically an AoE attack now instead of a single target. Back. Dead. All right. So I went with this one because I just like being able to do extra damage. So especially in a dungeon, pull a group, that thing will do more damage to a group overall. And the last one is Soul Harvest, increases your damage and your pet's damage by 20%. Last 10 seconds increased by 2 seconds for each target affected by Immolate, up to a maximum of 20. So again, I'd have to have like 10 dudes hold there, you know. So don't know how if that would ever really happen. Okay, here's yellow. Now we pop that guy, just hits all of them. That mass murder, gotta love it. Then we've got, for level 75, we got Demonic Circle. This is another one where I probably would have gone with it in this case. So summon a circle, sits there for 6 minutes. If I cast it again, it teleports me over to it and removes movement slowing effects. Burning Rush is the one that it already had selected for some reason. So increases movement speed by 50%, but I also take damage. 4% per second, 4% of my max health per second, that is. And like snares and movement slowing effects can't make me go slower than just normal 100% movement speed. And Dark Pact sacrifices 20% of Demon's health, gives me the shield. You go to 400% of what it sacrificed of their health. No demon, it takes it from my health, so that's... I would probably go with Demonic Circle here if I could change it right now, because I'm running solo with the thing. So this is what the next one is. So these are pretty similar. Grimoire of Supremacy. Makes it so I can summon a Doomguard or an Infernal as a permanent pet. And let's just... This for fun. Already. Grimoire of Service, same thing as before, summons a second demon, fights for me for a little bit, has a cooldown. Demon will immediately use one of its special abilities when summoned. Kind of same as before. Imp cleanses harmful magic effect. Voidwalker taunts. Succubus seduces the target to kind of like crowd control them for a bit. Fellhunter interrupts them. And then the one that I've got selected here is Grimoire of Sacrifice. So it sacrifices the demon, and for an hour or until I summon another demon. Basically, my spells will sometimes just deal extra damage to the target that I was aiming at or whatever, plus any enemies within 8 yards of that target. So I actually kind of like that one. Give me the soul shots, rain of fire, yeah! Even though it's almost dead already. I just like rain of fire, it looks cool. And then Wreak Havoc. So this, the Havoc thing, I already kind of explained it. Again, just to recap real fast. Basically, put it on something, and then I can cast single target spells on other enemies, and then the one I put the Havoc on will also get hit with that single target spell. So Conflagrate would normally work with that. It doesn't because I made that change that... oh, actually, maybe it would. Because... well, it's technically a single target, but it detonates... okay, let's try it. So, let's see. Havoc on you. And oh wait, no, it's Incinerate. Okay, yeah, I think it did it. Ah, crap, it interrupted me right at the last moment. Let's see if I can find something else to do this with. Okay, let's Havoc you. Okay, now... okay, yeah, so it did. I just wasn't sure if it would or not. Let's do some more Rain of Fire! Okay, but the one, so this makes us let Havoc last 20 seconds and has no cooldown, instead of 8 seconds with a 20-second cooldown. Now, what I liked, though, was the channel Demon Fire. So this is the one that you see me using a bunch. So any enemy that has Immolate on it, so that's, again, the damage over time one. Any enemy that has Immolate on it can be randomly hit with this. So it launches 15 bolts of Fellfire over just shy of 3 seconds at randomly selected amongst targets that have Immolate on them. So there's only one, and they're all going to hit that one target. If there's multiple, then it spreads it out. And then each one shows, a little less than 3,000 damage. So I think that's actually, I really like them in tandem, because if I drop Cataclysm, and boom, it puts Immolate on everything. Don't interrupt me. Ah, you suck. Ah, you suck. Come on, work. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. There we go, got them all. And now channel this thing, and just hits everything for a bunch of damage. Okay, so things that interrupt you like that are not the best targets for it. But it just, lots of damage, because then everything will take 7,000, just shy of 8,000 damage, then it'll take just shy of 29,000 damage over time, and then on top of that, they already took a bunch of damage from being hit with the Cataclysm. And then they take a bunch of damage from Channel Demon Fire. That's why I like that one. Lastly, we have the Soul Conduit. This is the same as on the Demonology lock. Every soul shard you spend has a 20% chance to be returned. So, but I like this one because it's way cooler. And of course, even situations like this, like if I had someone out here fighting this stuff with me, like like a tank or something, or even a melee DPS type person, would probably be pulling them all and getting them together, and then I would just boom Cataclysm, boom Channel Demon Fire, and just waste everything. So Destruction feels more destructive now as well. Interesting change, making Rain of Fire not the instant cast, kind of, just throw it out there to get a little AoE damage going, but it does more damage, so I'm actually okay with that change. And the spells just feel better in some way. I don't know. Like I'm having more fun running around with the lock here. I mainly got him leveled up to make Hexweave bags, to be honest. That's why I initially made the guy. He was just gonna be like my bag machine, and that's also kind of why I got a priest leveled up all the way as well. Was just to make bags. So we will come over here to finish things off for now. And just gonna come chill with my buddy Incineratus, the Fury of Fire, because we like our fire here as a Destruction Warlock. What's up, Yeah, gave Inside Azeroth a high five. Okay. Well, thanks for watching as always, everybody. If you do like the video, there you go. Don't forget to tick that like button. Don't forget to tick that subscribe button as well to get updates when new content drops on the channel here. And do remember that there is no IRL, just AFKs, and we'll see you next time that Alma plays World of Warcraft. Peace out.